Hey, welcome back to more 2010s cartoon intros. We made a nice start. We got 18 out of 86. We got a few very quick ones coming up, so that should help get through. So let's see if we get any. Let's see if we get any good ones. Let's hope for some good ones. Kinda don't hate that intro, actually. It's very 2010s attitude. Maybe even 2000s attitude, but yeah, it's got a little bit of attitude to it. Art style is a little bit sharper than I usually go for. Like a lot of hard lines. But yeah, the intro, like, it's quick, to the point, pretty effective. Nice showcase of the characters. Not even necessarily what they each can do, but just, you know, or who they are. But yeah, it's just, they're cool. Pretty good for 26 seconds.
This donut could be your donut, but how will you acquire it? With Interac Debit, you tap.
Random note, kind of blows my mind that, well, no, I suppose Americans would still have, like, tap to pay. Interac is just, all the Canadian credit and debit cards have, or debit cards at least, have Interac. And basically just allows them to work at all machines and everything. And e-transfers. Okay, so the animation style looks like that sort of pseudo 3D doesn't look good. The intro itself is very stylish. Very stylish, very, you know, it's got some good noir elements to it that that works really well for Batman. Very stylish, very cool. Just wish it wasn't that 3D art style. It's a Hydra. I was gonna be like, what is this? Mars? I was gonna be like, what is this? War of the Worlds? Martians? It's Mars? But no, it's Hydra. Not keen on the music. Yeah, the song kind of sucks if I'm honest. Otherwise, you know. Though I noticed Black Panther doesn't get his own little shot, like when he's going through all the, like when it shows Tony Stark going through all the Avengers, it doesn't, and even during the big fight scene, Black Panther didn't get a shot in there. Neither did Hawkeye, but nobody really cares that much about Hawkeye. No, it's a very classic lineup, that actually. Like, this is a very classic lineup. Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Giant Man, Wasp. Those are probably the big ones. Like, those are probably like the big five. Hulk was one of the founding members, but he left in like issue 2. And Captain America was added in issue 5. So yeah, those 5 were like, are considered to be like the founding members, along with Hulk as the other founding member. But prior to the Avengers movie, Hulk was rarely actually a member of the team. He helped found the team, but he was rarely actually a member. He spent a lot more time as a member of the Defenders, a team you've never heard of. Well, no, you've heard of the Defenders, but the version you heard of was like the Netflix series with a bunch of street-level heroes. Original Defenders were a team formed by Doctor Strange. Anyway, yeah, he like Hulk was spent a long time as a member of that team. Very rarely a member of the Avengers. But then movies came out and had him as a member, and you know, he's been kind of a regular since then. And then Hawkeye and Black Panther are another pair that are very, very, very much sort of standard members of the team. I will note, out of 8 people there, 6 of them are white men. One, token woman, token black guy. That's a problem with the fact that, like, that basically comics cannot move past the 60s and 70s. 60s and 70s. But especially the 60s. They can't move past the 60s. Where every character was a straight white dude. Because those were the only people allowed to matter back in 1960s US. I think this cartoon did bring in a bunch of other characters. Anyway, aside from the song sucking, the intro itself is actually pretty good. Shows them fighting and everything. Their particular fighting styles. So I really miss like Marvel Studios, anything Marvel, any Marvel adaptations, movies, cartoons, whatever. That logo with the comics flipping through, I miss that so much. I hated when the Marvel Studios logo intro shifted to clips from previous movies and shows, because it felt disrespectful to the source material. Like, I get it, it's like, oh, we're celebrating how all our movies and shit, but it's like, yeah, but now you're like, it's one more step removed from actually highlighting the comics. It's cool that, creators get to show up as cameos. Comic creators get cameos, or their names show up on a fucking wall or something like that. You know, but like that's cool and everything, but I do wish that Marvel Studios, that the movies, and same goes for DC movies and shows and shit. I do wish that they put more effort, but Marvel especially is bad for this, that they put more effort into using the movies to promote the comics. And also that they took some of the massive profits from the movies and threw a little bit of that towards the people who made the comics. You know, like, when you make a movie, when a movie you make based on a comic creates, or based on a comic makes $1 billion, the guy who did the comic should not be like crowdfunding for medical expenses. I'll give credit Bill Mantlo, who co-created Rocket Raccoon, who you'll remember from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Marvel Studios did negotiate a compensation package for the rights of the character, which ensured Bill Mantlo would have care for the rest of his life. I will give them a modicum of credit for that. But I mean, there's so many huge name comic creators who end up having to, crowdfund for medical expenses. Yeah, so. The Hero Initiative should never, like, the Hero Initiative, which is a organization that was founded to help comic book creators who are struggling financially. They should never have to crowdfund. Like, they should never have to ask anyone for donations, because Marvel, DC, Image, anyone else who's like made money off adapting comic books for other mediums, they should fund that shit. Like, when a Marvel movie makes $1 billion fucking dollars, several million of that should go directly into the Hero Initiative. Just automatically, like 5% of what, even just 5% of what any Marvel or DC or Image or Dark Horse or whatever, any one of their movies, 5% of profits should go straight to the Hero Initiative. They would never need to raise money for the rest of time. Anyway.
It's game point, right? So I give him a jab step, broke his ankles, step back 3, nothing but...
I have opinions. think I spent more time talking about that than we've actually spent on intros so far this video. I apologize. Anyway. Great intros. This one's not loading. Oh, there it is. So these aren't really intros, these are just like showing the name of the show. Which is fine.
Hello, I am Phoenix.
I do like how quick they are. It's appreciated. I actually watched some of this show. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. I didn't watch all of it. I know I finished the first season. I don't remember if I actually finished the second season. I forget if I've actually read the Big Hero 6 comic. Because it was based on a comic, obviously. It's Marvel. So it's based on a comic. I don't remember if I've actually read the comic. I do know the comic was very weird. Set in Japan. And, very different from the movie / series from the cartoon. Anyway, yeah, it's not a bad intro.
Hello, I am Phoenix.
Sure, play it without the visuals. Sure, great. Actually, kinda. I actually kind of like that intro. I like the storybook element of it. It is very cute. That's a solid intro. Yeah, it's based on a fairy tale, so give it a fairy tale vibe. Yeah, it's actually a very cute intro. Is that Weird Al? Did Weird Al do the intro? It was Weird Al. I knew that was Weird Al. Also, Sabrina Carpenter was in that show. Not in the theme, but that's wild to think of. Yeah, 17 years. She was 17 years old. So before she was a huge star. She'd already been on like Girl Meets World and everything. Well, actually no. She did. She actually did release a studio album in 2015. So she was actually in another one in 2006. So she was actually already becoming a star. But yeah. Now she's, Sabrina Carpenter. Random fun fact. Murphy's Law. Usually phrased as anything that can go wrong will go wrong. The original phrasing was something like, if there are two ways to do something, a right way and a wrong way. His guy was talking about his assistant. If there's two ways to do things, a right way and a wrong way, he will always choose the wrong way. And that just got turned into anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Anyway. It's a cute intro. I mean, you know, Weird Al. Always a fun time. Yeah, it's a fun little cute intro. Disaster happening all around while he just, like, chills. Yeah, it was a cute intro. That was good.
Go further in the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid.
The thing about hair is, even if it starts here, it'll end up there. But the new Swiffer Sweeper Pro
None of
is made
those
to get hair
10-second
anywhere.
Marvel
Brooms just push and move. But
intros
Swiffer gives you a
had,
clean that's mom
ads.
approved. The new collapsible, storable Swiffer Sweeper Pro. Love it or your money back.
Kind of didn't hate. I don't like the art style. I don't like the art, the visuals. Did not much care for the visuals myself, but yeah, the intro. It's a good intro. Good song. Good theme song. It's a fun, very fun theme song, and the basic, the. It's a good intro showing the zany adventures and shit. It's a good intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's that knocking at my door? I like that. I liked it. So he's a Jewish Daredevil then. Well, no, I suppose he could be like Russian, Eastern European. Never mind. Actually, I suppose the ski bit does just like Russian or Eastern European. Never mind. Anyway, that was a fun intro. That was kind of rock. Music kind of rocked. Visuals were very cool. The colors were great. Loved the use of color there. Very dynamic color usage. Just very dynamic intro in general. Yeah, that one was another good one. I liked that intro. Again, can't fault the music, can't fault the theme song. Driving beat and everything. Fast paced, exciting. Token girl, token black guy. Every goddamn time. If a show isn't about girls, then yeah, you get the token girl. If a show isn't about black people, then you'll get the token black guy. Like if it's a show where like the race and gender of the characters isn't really the focus, then inevitably it'll be 3 white dudes, a girl, and a black guy. The girl may or may not be Asian. And if she's Asian, she's gonna have her hair dyed. Whether it's a streak or just, all dyed some weird color. But, anyway, that aside, that was a pretty solid intro.
Incoming dishes!
Doc!
Dawn Power Wash flies through 99% of grease and grime
Blah,
in
blah,
half
blah.
the time.
It absorbs grease 5 times faster. Even replaces multiple cleaning products.
Those suds got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
Wait, how many? Did I say 900? How long has this school been around? I'm pretty sure the concept of high school hasn't been around for 900 years. The United States as an actual country sure as hell hasn't been around for 900 years. considering it's, this is its... Oh, what was the term I heard? Oh, it's 250 years. Semi... Oh, what was the term I heard? Semi-quanticentennial or something like that? I don't know. I don't remember. So, no, hey, Tim Curry did a voice on that show. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? I don't know. It's probably just me, but like, they're grabbing a lot of Japanese iconography. The ninja itself is obviously, Japanese in origin, but a lot of the text there and some like the images you see around, very much meant to evoke Japanese iconography imagery. And then it's just a bunch, and then it's just like white dude in the lead and a bunch of white dudes. As like the main characters. Yeah, just a whole lot of white people for a show that is very much making use of Japanese imagery. Oh, yeah, John Oliver voices a character. Neat, neat. Snap. Bobcat Goldthwait? Damn. Simon Pegg, Gilbert Gottfried. Pauly Shore? Bruce Campbell? What a wild... Ice-T? What a wild batch of cameos they managed to get. Regardless, like I said, maybe it's just me, but if you're gonna make a show that's making a lot of use of Japanese imagery, maybe don't have it so goddamn white. That aside, yeah. Effective intro. It's a good intro, aside from that. It's a good intro, aside from the fact that, you know... Yeah. That's a really good intro. Very silly and fun, and then it gets, like, dark and serious and intense, and then just back to the silly goofy. That's a great intro. I love that. Like, then it gets all dark and heavy, and I was like, wonder over yonder, over yonder. That's a great gag. That's actually a really good intro. That's actually a pretty good intro too. That intro is actually pretty good.
Wherever good is spread.
Yeah, that was fun. Also, Token Girl. When you start noticing it, you genuinely can't stop noticing it once you start. Yeah, that was seems like a fun concept as well. Fun premise. And yeah, I liked that intro. I liked that one. That was pretty good. Alright, that'll do it for this time. Next time, ooh, hey. Star versus the Forces of Evil. I've heard of that one. Never actually watched that show, but I've heard that it was pretty good. Anyway. Got a few good ones in there. Got a few that are actually pretty good. And I also went on an extended rant about the treatment of comic creators. It's what I do. It's just who I am. Anyway. See you next time.